that and then.
Okay, now you'll, let's see, let's keep on going. So that's,
Wait, can you push the manure?
yes, you can push the manure.
Only one at a time?
Only one at a time, right. The word transport means making that manure move, the robot making the manure move. And so you can only transport one at a time, means that the robot can only move one at a time. Okay, so there'll be the referee holds 5 of those manures and uses them as sample that goes in there is worth 5 points. The dog and trainer is worth 12 points, and the zoologist is worth 15 points. So for this, you can get a total of 62 points. Okay? And some of you that already read the mission probably think there's mission 15 that says you get all 7 in there, you get an additional 5 points, and that's correct. But we haven't got to mission 15 yet. So for right now, that's worth 62 points exactly as you see it. Okay, Risa, next mission, please. Beekeeping. Okay, this is kind of a 2-step process. You have to pick up the bee off the table and set it on top of the hive, and that releases the honey. Okay, so that action right there is worth 12 points. If you bring the honey back to base, that's now worth 15 points. So you get a maximum of 15 points on this mission if you put the bee on top of the hive, release the honey, and take the honey back to base. Now we were meeting last night, and some of my team members said, well look, every time we release the honey, it rolls right back to the base. But you'll notice that this time it didn't, right?
Because we put the ramp in the wrong place.
The ramp might be in the wrong place, the tables might be slightly different conditions. So if you're counting on that honey to roll back to the base every time, you're probably going to be lucky 50% of the time. So you probably should have something programmed on the robot to actually bring that back. And the challenge with that, both retrieving that and retrieving the milk that roll out, is that they roll and you have no idea where they're at. So that becomes a very tough challenge to pick up that honey because you don't know where it's going to be at. All right, so for this challenge, you can get a maximum of 15 points. All right, Ratio, next slide, please. Prosthesis. So we have they call it a calf. I'm calling it a pig, right? Because it looks like a pig to me.
It's a pig.
Yeah, I think in the challenge they call it a calf.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so we're gonna officially change this to a pig now for the rest of the day. So grab the pig off the base, off the mat, bring it back to the base. Put the prosthesis wheels on it, and you've now earned yourself 9 points. If you further take that pig and drop him off in the farm area, which is right over here by the milking machine, you can now raise that up to 15 points. So the condition you see here is worth 15 points. Okay? All right, next slide, please.
Seal and base.
Seal and base. Okay, we already talked about this. Whenever you retrieve the camera, grab the seal, and you get an extra point.
If the seal's not broken.
And if the seal's not broken, you're right. Okay? Worth 1 point, it's a lot of work for 1 point. But, you know, if you need that extra point to win, then go for it. All right, next slide, Ricio. Milk and base. So let's go ahead and release the milk. And notice they roll everywhere.
Yeah.
Except for whenever RJ grabs them. and if your robot is as smart as RJ, it makes it look really easy to get the milk back to the base. But robots aren't that smart, you have to tell them everything to do. So could you imagine having RJ start out in base and say, okay, RJ, go 13 inches, turn right 2 degrees, and grab the milk, and hopefully that's where the milk ended up. So this is a really tough mission for a total of 1 point. So choose wisely.
As we said, we're not.
Now, you know what, there are ways to make that a little bit more reliable. You can catch the milk as they roll out of the milking machine.
Yeah.
That's obviously one way you can do it.
More reliable.
How many can you carry at a time?
You can carry all 3 of them at a time.
Yeah.
All right, so next slide, please, Teresa.
Milk on ramp.
Milk on ramp. Okay, so this one's a 3-parter. Okay, so you have the 3 milk.
So
You place them on the ramp.
You gotta make it so it's not touching the ramp.
So if the milk is on the ramp, that's worth 2 points. If the ramp is not touching anything else, It's now worth 3 points. So not touching anything else means it's not touching the mat.
Yeah.
So it's off the mat like Naomi's demonstrating. Okay? If the milk is standing up on the ramp and the ramp's not touching, that's worth 4 points. Okay? So that milk can either be in base for 1 point or it can be on the ramp for a total of 2, 3, or 4 points. And note that those points are not additive. So I made a mistake there. I think I said the total is 9 points. The maximum you get from this is 4 points. I clarified that with the FLL partner this morning.
You should get so many more points for that.
I know.
Especially if they're standing up.
It's a tough challenge, right? You gotta pick up those milk and stand them up on a balanced ramp for 4 points. Okay. All right. Read the next slide, please.
All samples.
All samples. So this is challenge 15. We already talked about getting the manure samples into the research area. You can move one at a time. If you get all 7 of them in there, you get an additional 5 points. So now the condition you see right now is worth a total of 67 points. Okay. The mission 15 is independent of mission 9 in the sense that you don't have to have the trainer. You don't have to worry about having the trainer or the zoologist in there as well. So you could just have just the manure samples in there. Okay. Go ahead with the next slide, next year. Okay, so this kind of shows you a summary. Yes.
It said all 12, but we're only allowed to have 7.
Right, okay, and Naomi just brought up a very important point, if I could get everybody to listen carefully. So the challenge was released on Tuesday. On Tuesday, they also released an update to the challenge. They release updates every week, and it's important for you guys to see the updates. They're on the first website. Because the update that was released on Tuesday says that you only have to have 7 manure samples in the research area. Okay. If you look at the challenge document, it says that there has to be 12. Well, they forgot that the referee's holding 5 of them that you can't touch. Okay. So it's critical that you take a look at those updates every week because they're going to be clarifying things as you now got 100,000 kids, smart kids around the world looking at these rules and they're going to find holes in them. And they'll be fixing those holes through updates. Okay, so up here behind me, you can see a summary of all the different challenges. I think there's a correction somewhere.
Yeah.